Hi everyone. Welcome back to Old Time Rock and Roll. I'm your host David Tear, where I've been featuring my personal top 3,000 songs of the rock era from 1954 to 1999. Today I'm up to song number 2898, and that one is Come On Marianne by the Four Seasons. Um, Four Seasons have a very, very long and successful history, and they're still performing. But they started out. Here's a picture of them. I guess at their height, sometime in the early '60s. But they started out in 1956. They were from Newark, New Jersey. That's where they first formed, and they formed in 1956. At first, they were known as the Four Lovers from 1956 to 1960. Then they became the Four Seasons in 1960. And then, as the Four Seasons, their career just took off. They ended up having five number one hits. I'll just go through their number ones. They had about, I don't know how many total, about 40 hits, at least 2 dozen, I think. Like I said, they were one of the most successful bands of all time. But their number one hits, the first number one was Sherry in 1962. That was very shortly afterwards, followed up by Big Girls Don't Cry the same year. 63, they had Walk Like a Man. 64, they had Ragdoll. And then I guess they went through a hiatus for a while, but they had to come back in the 70s. And their fifth number one was released in 1976, and that was December 1963. Oh, what a night. So those were just the number ones, and then also Frankie Valli, the lead singer. He also became very successful as a solo artist, and he had a couple number one solo songs. His first number one in 1975 was "My Eyes Adored You," and then in '78 he had the theme from the movie Grease, which was written by Barry Gibb. So they were just incredibly successful. But what else can I say about them? They were so successful that a Broadway show was made about them called Jersey Boys. This one came out in 2004, and it was a very successful stage musical, and so successful, in fact, that they turned it into a movie in 2014. Here's the movie poster, a little hard to see, but same title, Jersey Boys. I saw the movie. I never saw the stage show, but they feature their music throughout the whole movie, and it's a story about how they got started as a group, and it's fascinating. So anyway, they're just a great group, and I guess I'll get back to the song "Come On, Marianne." This was just one of many of their hits, and one feature about them, they had that falsetto. Frankie Valli had that falsetto that made him really famous. And he was kind of, he's kind of a trendsetter. I mean, I guess you could call him a doo-wop group, but he had this amazing falsetto, and then a lot of other groups imitated him. I can think of a few, like Randy and the Rainbows, The Happenings, Luke Christie. There were just a bunch of imitators, but I don't think any of them were as good as the original. But Come On Marianne, it was one of those falsetto songs from '67, and it's it's about, how he has this girlfriend Marianne, and she's upset with him because he was cheating on her before. A lot of their songs were like that. I guess they were always kind of playboys in a lot of their songs. And another song like that is Working My Way Back to You. That one's coming up on my list much later, but I really like their music. I mean, anyway, I think they were one of the greatest musical groups of all time. So that's my profile on Come On Marianne by the Four Seasons. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.